All right, what's up? The Latrese Bush Show, first episode, and then we're here on Jonathan's feed on Instagram, and then we're here on Instagram as well. So we need to figure out how we can.
Hey man, can y'all see us?
You know, just. Oh, we're good. All right. So let's turn this down. So let me engineer my friend. All right. So welcome to the first episode of the Latrese Bush Show, and yeah, I said 4 o'clock.
I mean, it's the first time,
yeah.
Getting stuff set up.
Yeah.
But you know, next.
And I believe, honestly, let's start with some Latreseisms. It's not failure. It's learning.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Man, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. But hey, we figured it out. But thank you so much for tuning in. It's the first episode of the Latrese Bush Show. I thought I would do something where you can learn more about me. Me being the artist, the Christian woman, the girl from a small town, whatever it might be. I wanted to have an opportunity to, kind of chime in so you can hear my music as well. And you're hearing my music actually in the background. A lot of people know me from one thing. I'm going to get that. And a few other people know me from this thing, and some folks may know me from here. But I just kind of wanted to have an opportunity to have a show to talk to the people who've influenced me, talk about the things that influenced me, and one of those people that have been with me for the last few years, helped me out, is Mr. Jonathan Tease, the expertise social media guru. And so, Jonathan, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, guys, my name is Jonathan Tease. I am at the expertise on social media. I do all things digital marketing, from dabble a little bit in website design. I really focus on content marketing, which is an amazing thing when you're working with somebody talented like Latrese. Tons of good content. And I wrap that up in a pretty package so you can sell yourself and hopefully build a fan base, monetize, and make a lifestyle out of what you love.
Yeah.
For Latrese, that's singing.
Absolutely. And you've done a great job, and I really appreciate it. So again, if there's artists out there, and I know there are, or even people, if you have a business and you need some support in that area, please look up Mr. Expertise. So the expertise.
The expertise.
Everywhere on social media.
Yes.
So Jonathan, let's tell the folks a little bit about how we met.
Yeah, that's good. I like the story. We could tag team this, but I went to Morehouse. I was friends with a woman named Melina.
Yes.
Who is Latrese's cousin. And one day I get a random message from Melina like, hey, who knows that I work with another artist named AJ? So AJ, if you're watching, thank you for going to Clark, because that's how all this happened.
Oh,
So
okay.
Melina and AJ worked together at Clark. And Melina reached out to me and said, hey, are you still working with music artists? And I was like, absolutely. And she's like, well, I have my cousin is doing a show at Piedmont. Mm-hmm. And I love Piedmont Park. So I came and I sat front stage and watched Latrese rock the show. And so afterward, I walked up, Melina introduced us, and the rest, as you say, is history.
It is. And what I remember from that show, hot.
Yes.
It was so hot.
So hot.
And then do you remember the fan I had?
On stage.
But it wasn't big enough though. No, it was terrible. But no, Piedmont, it was great. I think it was the Atlanta Food Truck Festival.
It was.
It was really, really fun. And so since then, Jonathan has actually helped me, because if anyone is like me, like I am not as energetic as I am, and I'm an extrovert. Most of the time I am. But I think most extroverts will actually attest to this. There are some introvert type of tendencies. I don't necessarily like to be online. I don't like to necessarily be always on. But you helped me. You've helped me a lot with that.
Yeah, it's something I feel like if you're going to build this platform, you have to surround yourself and really establish yourself to stand on it and really kind of voice all aspects of you. So even this show, we kind of talked about just being okay with the imperfections and the tech issues that are just bound to happen.
The late starts even.
Hey, I wasn't going to say it. But point of the matter is, these are things that happen and you have to overcome these things. And so I really I take pride in helping people like yourself develop in that way.
I appreciate it, because one of the things that I don't consider myself a perfectionist per se, but I think, and I have the tendency to want to please people in a sense. Mm-hmm. When you're an artist, you kind of want people to like what you do, and like what you. So then when things don't I don't post things if it's not airbrushed and my makeup. Right.
You look well today. You look really good.
I did that.
Thank you.
Do you like it?
I like it.
I didn't contour, but I did do all of the other
You
stuff.
look good.
Thanks.
You look good.
But there are times when I don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
And those are most of the times that I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing this t-shirt and these jeans, and I'm not dressed up in a dress, but I can post that too. And being comfortable, actually just being comfortable.
Yeah.
It's sometimes very uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, to that end, let's kind of talk a little bit about you. You kind of alluded at a little bit, you sing and everything. But let's really allow people to get to know Latrese.
Right.
Okay? Like, that's the whole purpose of this platform, is let people know about you.
Absolutely. And so, first and foremost, I grew up in a small town called Bluffton, South Carolina. And most people now know where that is. You know why?
Why?
It was featured on The Bachelorette just 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes!
Get out.
They were next to the Oyster Factory, which is actually like less than a quarter of a mile, or less than 0.1 miles from my grandmother's house. And then they were at on Calhoun Street, and then they went to Colleton River. Beautiful, beautiful area I'm from, but most people growing up only knew about Hilton Head Island. And so, but Bluffton is nestled between Hilton Head and Savannah. And so I grew up just always playing outside. I had friends, family surrounding me. There were dirt roads. So when you see, most people are probably seeing me post pictures of me like going to, train with the trainer. I actually like being active. I enjoy being outside, and that's literally how I grew up.
Yeah.
So most of my existence is not necessarily about being musical or creative. It's also being about active and being athletic.
Yeah.
And so growing up in that way, I grew up in a small town, and it's actually a Gullah Geechee kind of a feel. Have you heard of Gullah?
Okay, so for anybody that's like, maybe my age or so, Gullah Island.
I know about, wait a minute, what you talking about?
I'm just,
my age or so. I know about
I grew up on Gullah Island. I'm just saying.
I know the folks who actually put on Gullah Island.
Get out.
I really do. They worked with my mother, actually. My mother, Laura Bush, who has an event. We're celebrating her 50 years in public service.
Congratulations.
Yes, Miss Bush is amazing. And so we'll talk about that later. But I grew up in that area. Our culture is about just eating a lot of rice. We are full of love and passion. Now, honestly, about the music though, I grew up in the church. We didn't always have instrumentation like I'm used to now. But what we did do is we had a lot of hand clapping, a lot of stomping, and this different language. Gullah is actually a very distinct language. It almost sounds very Caribbean-like.
Yeah.
And so, I grew up doing that, and I loved it. It was just a great place to grow up, very slow paced. And I was able to develop and learn more about myself and my surroundings, and it has influenced everything that I do. So if you've ever seen me perform, I'm very active. A very kind of physical person. I can't really keep still. It is just a part of who I am.
Yeah. It's really beautiful too. I just listened to you mention all these places that were featured on The Bachelor. And one way that you and I really got to, really, really tighten our bond was working on the Because of You shoot.
Yes.
And that was my first time being in that part of the country. So to hear you talk about these things and having been there, it is absolutely beautiful. So, again, we'll jump into the music a little bit later, but just side note, if you have a chance, check out Latrese Bush, Because of You.
Yes.
It's the single route that's right now. We're really pushing it now. We're moving into some other things, but it's on all the platforms.
All platforms you can get it.
Yeah, you can see it on Latrese's page, all that good stuff. So just drop that little plug right there.
I appreciate it. And then let's plug Noel Gordine, who did a fantastic job, and we'll talk about it a little later in the show. But even with the video shoot, talking about Jonathan, he's very versatile, talking about the expertise and plugging you as well. And so not only has he helped me in the social media realm, he's also helped me in video production as well. So we went and did a on-location video shoot for Because of You.
Yes.
I could afford it because I stayed at my mama's house. But that's, however you need to do that.
Yeah.
When you're an independent artist,
You got to make it happen.
you got to make it happen.
However you can.
That's right. The house featured The house featured in the video was my brother's house, so that was free.
Right.
The beach is public. That was free.
I mean, let's talk about it.
You know. So when in terms of, a friend of mine told me when you do the show, Trees, you should talk about like what things can other artists do.
Yeah.
And I feel personally that as an artist, you need to, when you're independent, stop looking outside for things. There are things that you possess right here in your hands, in your house, in your network of friends that you can make things happen.
You know what? Let's just stop right here and just give a huge shout out. Marcia is actually holding the camera. Like, Marcia's been at every show that I've been at, and probably been some. So, like, I mean, if you're an artist and you have people that support you, there's simple things like, can you hold the camera while we do a live video? Can you comb the hair? Can you help me to set up or anything?
Let me tell you something. Marcia, in particular, has strapped the shoe when I couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can, and that's another Latriceism. You can't do this by yourself.
Yeah, no.
You cannot do this thing by yourself.
Yeah.
So definitely shout out to Marcia, to you, and then Daniel Bagby, also who actually was the videographer for Because of You, was also the videographer for Great Day.
Yeah.
And so we'll talk about that a little later as well. So you cannot, you just can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, and again, to that point too, there is a smartphone, there's a smartphone. Like in April, we shot an entire music video on my Samsung Galaxy. So really. So like, honestly, where we are right now as an independent artist, there's no better time to be an independent. You can have all these different platforms and do it on your own. So that's amazing.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I come in a little bit with working with you, is different types of promotions and ways that we can work together. So, we kind of got a little bit about you. Let's talk about your music more.
Yeah. Well, when I to talk about my music, I first want to talk about like my influences, because I think there are definitely different things that I could be singing in different genres I could probably try, right? And I'm dabbling in a few of them, to be quite honest. So I started out as a gospel singer. When I got to Atlanta, I was actually featured. I was actually, kind of discovered, and I'm hopefully going to have him on the show, by an amazing jazz artist. And he shared his platform with me, Joey Somerville, and I was all over the place at festivals, on large stages, small stages, performing with Joey. And then I never lost my love for gospel, of course, and I still sing praise and worship at my church, Impact. I still lead worship there. And then I joined this group, Lyrical, that had some of the most amazing voices I've ever heard, led by Corey Stevenson, who is a phenomenal musician and songwriter. And so all those things kind of happened and converged. But I didn't grow up, and I love Shirley Caesar, but I didn't grow up listening to Sir Shirley Caesar. Yeah. I didn't grow up listening to Yolanda Adams. I love Yolanda Adams. And the psalmist that I turn to
is who?
The Book of Whitney Houston.
Hey.
Do you hear what I'm saying? The Book of Anita Baker. Do you hear
Well,
what I'm saying? What?
I'm just saying.
That was good. But Anita Baker, my sister, Carol, we call her Bernie, and she had, I would sneak into her room because she's 12 years older than me, and she had these cassette tapes. We should probably bring a cassette tape the next time, 'cause I'm sure people don't know what that looks like. Do you know what a cassette?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's pay back.
So, she had these cassette tapes of music, and I would sneak in her room when she was gone, and one of them was Whitney Houston. The other was Angela Winbush, who is one of my favorite artists. You know who that is?
I don't know Angela.
Oh, Angel. No?
No, not ringing a bell. Sorry. I'm good with
She wrote a lot of songs for Stephanie Mills. Don't worry,
okay. I love Stephanie Mills.
Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll hook that up later. We may do some spontaneous karaoke later.
Well.
But her, she had Jonathan Butler even. Oh, God. And then, of course, so I'm influenced by those folks like Mickey Howard and things like that. So that's where the music is coming from. So not only am I influenced by the gospel and jazz and R&B, and you'll hear a lot of those influences in my music.
Yeah, it's amazing to see you perform too.
Thank you.
So I love, obviously I feel it because I get to see you all the time.
Yeah.
But for somebody that hasn't, to then, look at some of your live videos that might be on your Facebook or something like that. Yeah. And to hear it's like, I'm sure it's very obvious.
Yeah.
In your show, I think so.
Absolutely. I think so too. But I will say this to all the other artists as well. When you float in many different lanes, as we all do, because I've had people come to me and say, Latrese, I didn't necessarily like your R&B show because it's not like when I see you at church, or when some people used to come to me in church and say you do too much,
right?
So, and I'm like, but you can't please everybody.
Yeah, part of my opinion of being an artist, one is taking a stand on your artwork, and just like owning, okay, I might be able to do all these different things and what you can do, but when it comes to me and the artistry and what I'm looking to push and share with the world, like that's your baby. Yeah. And so to own it, to live in that and be in it, perfect it, that's a completely different thing than, like you said, having the ability to sing on stage on Sunday, or if you are a gospel singer but you do have a soulful voice and you do karaoke or something like that on a Wednesday. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, do it. Yeah, it's cool. Do it. It's totally cool. So you want to just sing a song, something that influenced you? Of course. Now, I don't know if anybody out there wants to give me some requests, but let me tell you something. One of my favorite songs by one of my favorite artists is Anita Baker, right? Mm-hmm. So Sweet Love, which has been done over and over, but I'll do a little piece of it. So oh wait. And see, now another thing I don't do well is words. So hold on a second, let me work on that. Let me work on the lyrics. I'm gonna do the hook. I'm gonna do that part right there. Okay. With all my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause baby, I believe I'm in love. Sweet love. Yeah. Hear me calling out your name. I feel no pain. I'm in love. Ooh. Sweet love. Don't you ever go away. It will always be this way. And I think I messed up a lyric, but that's okay too. Hey. But you was great. That was great. Hey. Use your gift. Hey. Make a joyful noise. I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. So now, what do you want to talk about? Because all right. So that was your influences. Yep. All right. So you've been doing this for quite some time. I have been. You have quite a few songs that people may or may not know. They may not know them. I mean, there's a video for Great Day. There is. There's a video for Because of You. There is. You've got some good stuff going on in the UK. I do. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about what you're doing in the UK right now. Oh my gosh, actually the UK has been so supportive, and I want to say shout out to all the DJs that have played my music and are playing my music. I had the opportunity in early June to go and say thank you to some of you, and I couldn't say thank you to all of you, but I really appreciate all the love. And a couple of my songs have actually hit #1 on the UK Soul chart. So Starpoint Radio, thank you so much for the support. And one other thing I wanted to say too, though, is Ralph T is been just a dream. So Ralph T actually owns Expansion Records, and so he curates this collection of music called the Luxury Soul collection, and I've been on 2016, I think 2017, and so it's been phenomenal, his support, and I was able to meet him as well. So I thank you, Ralph. If you have an opportunity to see this, I thank you so much for your support and putting my music out there to the world, as well as Steve Ripley for moving things along for me as well. So we have a question. What's up?
Somebody from Facebook Messenger has asked, and I couldn't see the whole message, was how can we get your music played more here in Atlanta? What can we do to help?
Oh, that very good question. Isn't that a great question? Whoever asked that, thank you.
That's a great question. And let me make sure we restate the question. Yes. The caller asked, how can we get your music played more in Atlanta? Yes. Well, you know, there's some great Atlanta stations here, and I want to shout out Aaron Cohen and the WCOK, Wendy Williams and the family there, who have been playing all of my music on WCOK 91.9. But I also would like for you all to call 104.1, call B103, call 107.2, 5, whatever you listen to, wherever your dial hits and whatever influences you want to hear me, call your local radio stations, the program directors, and please request my music.
Yeah, and to take that one step further too, these days, again, thanks to the power of the internet and social media, there are platforms like SoundCloud. And there are a lot of local artists, local DJs that do all sorts of different types of mixes. And while they may not get the national recognition or like the in your car recognition, people like myself, before I turn on the radio, I'll plug my aux cord up. Or connect to my Bluetooth and stream something online. So if you know somebody that does mixes,
that would be great.
Like I said, a local DJ or something like that. That's just a good organic way to still get the sound. They'll still know you. They still get that exposure, and they have the opportunity to check you out on iTunes.
Absolutely. I just appreciate all of it. And so you can even tweet these program directors and post the music to their pages, and I'm even soon going to start my own radio promotion myself as well, and so I need all the support. Honestly, we need all the support as an independent artist. We just said the Latreseism is that you can't do this by yourself. So anything you can do to support and help, really, really appreciate it.
That means you guys, all the fans, like everybody.
Yes.
We need y'all.
And how about this? How about in a moment, why don't you guys go ahead and share this live stream at this moment? Just go ahead and share so that we can get this out to folks and folks chiming in. So I think at this point, Jonathan, what I want to do is stop talking and talk about this music. But before I do that, because the Latreseism number 5 that we've had in the show is that, I've already said this before. Use what you have. Okay. So let me just tell you a story. Like if anyone has ever created something, you know that it takes time, it takes resources, not only human resources, but financial resources. And they're limited if you're trying to live. And so I have had some great successes with some of my music. The Because of You has really been sustaining very, very well, and we're continuing to push it. And most people out there just know me by that song. To the point where 2 people just in the last couple of days have asked, like, Latrese, when are you coming out with new music? I'm like, what you rocking with right now? What are you rocking with? They're like, Because of You. I said, what else do you know? Oh no, that's all I know. I said, that's all you know? That's the only song you've ever heard from me. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh, we're coming out with new music next week. So let me tell you how we're doing that. Latrese got the brilliant idea.
Brilliant.
You think it was brilliant?
I think it's brilliant.
I probably should let you say it first, and then it probably make
okay, because it makes it sound more brilliant come from somebody else.
Say it.
All right. So Latrese got this brilliant idea.
Let me tell you how it is. What I did, I said, since nobody knows about one song, but just one song, why don't we just put all the singles that I had before on an album?
And we're going to call it what?
The Collection.
The Collection.
It comes out next week on iTunes. I'm serious. At my next live show, you can get a copy of all my songs on one CD versus the 2 that you've been purchasing the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's called The Collection.
The Collection.
Because literally, most people don't know me but for 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah.
And I got like 10.
I'm not going to lie. They're all amazing. Like,
thank you. Why don't we do this? Why don't we let the people hear? Now, we started out with the Great Day song that I started. We played that a little bit later because we were talking all over it. But let's just give the people what they want.
Okay.
Which is Because of You.
Okay, let's go Because of You.
The people have been really loving Because of You. So if you're out there, Alvin Garrett, if you're out there, Noel Gordine, if you're out there, Clarence T. Lee Hill, thank you so much for this hit. This is a great, great song. And we'll just play a little bit of it. Let's pump that up.
All right. Let that play for a second. Baby. Oh, because of you.
Can y'all hear it?
Yo, give us some hearts if y'all can hear it.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Getting some love. Thank y'all for the love.
That's your part.
I never felt the love this strong, so deep down in my soul.
You're the reason why I'm feeling this way. I'm overwhelmed, you're the one to blame.
Yeah.
I'm in love and I'm not ashamed, and it's all because of you. Alright, so let's turn that down some.
Yeah.
So because of you, let me tell you about that song, right? I went to an Avery Sunshine concert a couple years ago, and everyone knows Avery Sunshine, amazing artist, and I had the pleasure of knowing her personally. She's beautiful on and off the stage. Her energy is genuine. And so I went to her concert, and of course, us being from Atlanta and working on the scene, I know a lot of her musicians. And they sang one of her songs, and I hope I don't get this wrong, but Sweet Afternoon, which is one of my favorite Avery Sunshine songs. And she gave a shout out to one of her musicians for helping produce it. And I'm like, why didn't I think of this sooner? Mm-hmm. Clarence Teely Hill is an amazing keyboardist, musician. He has a group called Four Corners. Mm-hmm. Go out, check out his music, Four Corners. Hopefully we can have them on the show. He's amazing. Yeah. And I knew him from the lyrical days, singing on the gospel group that I was singing when I first got to Atlanta. And so I called him and said, "Hey, you got something for me?" Mm-hmm. He said, "Yeah, Trace girl, let me sing you some stuff." And when I came across, all the tracks were great. When I came across this one, and I let my best friend Bev listen to it, and she's like, "Yeah, I think that's it."
Yeah.
And I sent it to Noel, and he came up with this. He first started with his little, I call it little snippets that we're doing. We're going back and forth, which is really a cool way to do a duet. I liked it. And he came up with that, and he came up with a Because of You tag. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then sent it to Alvin. Alvin's like, yeah, we should do that tag throughout. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Alvin Garrett, who also has a new single out. Wonderful producer, songwriter, artist. Miss Perfection is out everywhere. Get it, Alvin Garrett. But he's a great writer, and he said he killed that hook.
Yeah.
I wrote my verses. They wrote theirs. We came together, and the rest is
what they call history.
Yeah.
So just kind of breaking that down from an expertise standpoint, real quick. There are a couple of nuggets that really jumped out to me.
Okay.
The first of which is being resourceful. Right? So, just kind of breaking through the connections, right? You were at a show, Avery Sunshine, you had a mutual link with the band member.
Right.
So using that connection with the band member to kind of help you get into more circles and, just expand yourself. Yeah. As an independent artist, it really is, like we said, being resourceful and, using the people around you.
Absolutely.
So, that brought you into a new world. And then the power of collaboration.
Oh, the power. I am a collaborator. Like I said earlier in the show, I'm an athlete first. Maybe I started singing first, but I'm definitely an athlete. Yeah. And I played, team sports most of my life. Mm-hmm. And so collaborating and working together I don't like doing it any other way. Yeah. It can sometimes hold me back because I'm always waiting to get that collaboration. I'm waiting for this one to come or waiting for that, But sometimes you have to go by yourself. Like my friend Alvin says in his song, "Go on by myself." Wow. I love that song. I love that song. But yeah, so collaborating is the key to so much great creativity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of my favorite phrases, teamwork makes the dream work.
It does. It does. And so that's what we have here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's going to be on the collection. That's the lead single from the lead singles. The collection.
The singles of all singles.
The singles of all singles. Oh my God. That is a great tag. Hey. The singles of all singles is the collection. Excellent. So again, the collection will be available next Friday on iTunes. It's available right now. There in Amazon. Anywhere you can get music. Yeah. Be looking out for it. For everyone who wants new music from Latrese, you'll see it really soon.
All right, so I'm going through this playlist, right? Yeah. I'm gonna play the next one. There's a few songs I'm really excited about. Okay. But this one, seeing that it's summertime, I feel like this is the one that people gonna play at the park, or the skating rink, or maybe sing it at somebody's wedding.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
You think so? Or like the line party after the wedding?
Line party after the wedding, for
reception?
sure. For sure.
It's called Love I Can Sing About.
Love I Can Sing About.
All
This
right.
is dedicated to my friend Steve Perez, who loves this song.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. I should get Marcia. I should get you to do a line dance. Okay. Yeah. Give us some hearts if you can hear it. If we need to turn it up.
Yeah, let us know what's up. Let us know what you think about this song.
Oh, they feeling it. Ooh. I can smell it. Oh, they loving it. They loving it.
Hey.
Get some hearts. Oh, you want to dance? What you doing?
I was getting ready to.
Okay. Oh, you really?
No, you know what? Not ready. You're not ready. They not ready.
No, they're not.
Too tight of a space.
Oh, yeah. We need more room. Is that
This
it?
is the big room. We need a big room.
Yeah, we need a big room.
Shout out to Michaphilly for helping create the line dance.
Oh, yeah.
Making the band here.
That's right. Okay, we will. Yeah.
Yo, that bridge. I love the bridge. I love the transition. Oh,
Yes, it's a great song.
It's a feel-good song.
You know, again, Alvin Garrett, and so Alvin. So when we going through working the tracks, when you're working with producers, they're like, Trees, and they get to know you. They get to know your sound. They get to know what makes you feel good and what moves you. And so Alvin was like, I think I got something for you. I'm like, okay, play it. He played it. And I'm like, wow. He said, I was working on this with Ruben. Ruben stuttered. And so, let me just talk to Ruben and see if we can just repurpose this. And I'm like, thank you, Ruben. And so Ernest Eccles is the producer of this track. Alvin Garrett, Ruben Studdard are the writers on this track. And so I'm really grateful. And it's kind of dope. I love the song. Let's keep playing a little bit more of it. This is one of my favorites too. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. All right.
That's cool.
Okay, that's good. So again, the single of all singles, Love I Can Sing About,
Yes.
is on the collection.
Yes.
Now, if you can't wait, you can go buy it now too.
It's available now. It is available now.
But we can put it all together on the collection, which is available next week,
Love it.
Friday, everywhere you find great music.
All right. So here's the irony of the collection, right? And a lot of your music,
Okay.
just in general. First of all, I love that you love love. I love love. I'm part of a love collective.
Oh,
So I'm wearing
nice.
the hat. Love collective. It stands for love and value everything.
All
Love
right.
and value everyone.
I love it.
I love it. Go look at the play on words. So witty. But no, but love is such a deep topic though.
Yeah.
Because this song is kind of like because of you, it's kind of like the infatuation side of love.
Yes.
Like everything is roses.
Absolutely.
And then Love I Can Sing About might be a little deeper, you've been together, and you know, like this is like all the happy, joyous side of love.
Yeah.
But then love can also take a turn for the worse.
It can, and one day it did for me. One day it did for me. You know, I think it does that for everyone. But I the one thing I like a lot about love is that it's just like a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to twist it. You have to twist and turn. Right. Then sometimes you're gonna have to make some pit stops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you're gonna have to go to the rest area and just take a total break.
Right.
And sometimes you have unfortunate accidents that you have to recover from.
Yeah, like
and that's why I love the topic of love. I mean, it's you can stay there and just kind of have a full career.
Yeah, just solely on love.
But but when I write my music and when others write for me, it's always from a place of love. But to your point, sometimes love does sour.
Yeah.
And I've had those experiences.
Yeah, and so recently you and I had the chance to, have a powwow with a couple of Supreme Team Latrese supporters.
Yes.
And we were plotting on the next visual idea.
Mm-hmm.
And one of which is actually, like, literally, this is probably my favorite. Like, I've said I like a lot of songs, and it is true. I do like a lot of your songs.
Yeah.
But I love 6 Feet Under.
You love 6 Feet Under?
I love 6 Feet Under. Like, it touches me right here.
Oh,
like, you're screaming to my...
That is so, like an oxymoron. Like, you love 6 Feet Under. 6 Feet Under meaning, you know what it means.
Yeah.
That's right. But no, it's true. And shout out to my, my friend Beverly. So I one day, because it's actually a true story. So 6 Feet Under, I was sitting at the table and I was kind of lamenting about the situation I was in. And she's like, wow, Latrese, you know what? And actually, at the same time, a friend of mine, Donnie, we call him D Major, Donnie Boynton, and he sent me this track, and I'm trying to work through ideas for it, and amazing producer, writer, we'll definitely have to get him on the show as well, but he sent me this track, and I'm just lamenting about my relationship and how I was feeling, and she said these powerful words. She said, Treese, it seems like your love is 6 feet under. I'm like,
it's dead.
It is. And that's what this song is about. So we'll play this song. This is how that song came up for me.
All right, should we play the regular one or the remix? Let's play
You do the remix, my friend.
Okay.
How do you whatever you feel. It's your show today too.
Dang. Okay, I want to play I want to play the remix. The remix is so upbeat.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't like I think we're getting audible. The original.
Okay, the original.
Yeah, the original.
You got
first.
it. All right, the original. I like them both. So
we'll do both.
Yeah. We'll come back to it.
You got the control.
I got the power.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Oh, I see. It's in there. I know what you've been going through. I was there for you, but you still turned your back on me. We decided to be more than friends. All of a sudden we were struggling. I'm confused how it ended so suddenly. Give some hearts if you can hear it, or if you can't. It's not that easy. Did you forget how you left me all alone? Yeah. I picked up the pieces on my own, and now it's over. See, I have moved on, 'cause our love is 6 feet under. You call like nothing's happening. You acting like we're still friends. Stop tripping, start digging, 'cause our love is 6 feet under. Say you wanna be in my life, even asking me to be your wife. Stop tripping, start digging, because our love is 6 feet under. Are you serious? Are you delirious? Or you made your decision, now there's no us. There'll be no
That's what I like.
I mentioned it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Cause our love is 6 feet under. Hey, you wanna be in my life. Asking me to be your wife. Stop digging. Because our love is 6 feet under. I never saw it coming, but we were dying. I never thought that this would end in heartbreak. Ooh, I can't even feel you. I can't even hear you.
In that bass line.
When you say you love me, you and me are 6 feet under. It's we're through. What else is left to do? There's nothing left for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Bev actually hopped on. She said, "Yeah."
Oh, what did Bev say?
She's over there on the
Oh.
business page.
Hi, Bev. Thank you for the inspiration, my friend. You have a writing credit.
Hey. I did.
And so yeah, so shout out to her, and again, I mean, it's just that's what music is about. Music can be your kind of like my opportunity to have a diary. I'm not much for writing things in journals as much, but if I can put it down in a great song, I think it works.
Yeah.
I think it works.
Question.
Oh, it's a question.
Someone asked, when is this CD going to be available?
The CD, now, let's just keep it real. Now, all these songs you're hearing today are available. So if you go to Amazon, if you go to iTunes, you can actually purchase these songs right now. But next Friday, the collection, all the songs collected together, all the singles are available next Friday. But hit up iTunes, hit up Amazon, and you can get the song today.
Whoa, I'm going through people that say the show, say it ain't so. Hey, shout out to everybody tuning in live right now.
Thank you. Give us some hearts. Give us some hearts if you like this. This is the first episode.
Yeah,
so.
guys, there's so much experimenting going on that you have no idea.
No, I think you do.
Yeah, okay, maybe you do. I just knocked my camera over, so yeah.
And you just actually, thank you so much. It's been... and this was a lot. Let me tell you something. If you are a friend of mine, I'm going to give her a shout out. Actually, Tony Tazzle. We just talked yesterday, and you probably have seen her live. She has beautiful jewelry that she owns and she sells, and so she was a little apprehensive about going live and selling her jewelry, but she decided just to do it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing that too in a few days. And I called her. I said, thank you for the inspiration. You decided to just do it. Just create. Just execute.
No, that's a real thing. I can even speak to that personally as the expertise. You know what I mean? And the, quote unquote, social media guy, right? Like even myself, and we were talking about promoting the show, this show,
right?
The shows that you have coming up soon.
Absolutely.
Like to do it, you have to really put yourself out there. You have to take ownership of it, and just that idea is unsettling.
It is unsettling.
Yeah. So the fact that we're here, that we're doing this, hopefully we're showing our purpose. Hopefully it serves as an inspiration to anybody else considering doing something similar.
Hope so.
So yeah, guys, that's just, if you want to do it, you have to really put yourself out there.
I believe so.
So kudos to you for the execution.
You, my friend.
Love
yes.
it. I love
all right. So
okay.
There's a lot of comments. Wow.
These are a lot of comments.
Great.
This is amazing.
Great.
Guys, this is super.
Thank you. I'm so
amazing.
Excited. So talking about so is everybody still out there? Because I want to do a giveaway.
Okay.
So how are we gonna do this?
All right.
Let me go get it.
I'll put some thought into this.
Okay.
While she goes and gets this, let's just plug real quick. If you're not following the expertise on social media, if you're not following Latrese Bush Music on Facebook and Latrese Bush on Instagram and everything else, go take a moment, do that right now. We recognize that not everybody is going to see this at that moment. Again, this is the power of social media. Mm-hmm. You might watch it now. You might watch it 10 minutes from now. You might watch it a week from now. Okay?
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to do a giveaway, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to do it. So, first things first, follow Latrese. This is the Latrese Bush Show.
Yes.
Follow Latrese.
Yes.
Okay, now, you're going to ask a question?
I am. I believe I am.
Okay.
Now, I'm getting older. Let me remember what the question I was going to ask. I believe I was going to ask this question.
Okay.
Come on, somebody. I got you.
All right.
What legendary artist, group, duo, or solo?
Okay.
See how I got that question?
Let's go ahead and put it out there.
What legendary group, duo, or solo artist was Latrese featured on their record?
Wow.
Okay, let me ask it again.
Okay.
What legendary group, duo, or artist featured Latrese on their record? And I'll give you a hint because I've been featured on a couple of records, but the R&B genre is a yeah, I think they're R&B.
Gotta give them narrow it down. I mean, somebody could throw out like Wu-Tang Clan. Latrese out here singing with Wu-Tang.
Call me if you do need a hook or a bridge.
Elizabeth, what's up?
But actually, so that happened, and you know what? I may even give a bigger hint because they may actually know the song.
Okay.
I think I want to play the song. Is that would that be too much of a hint?
So we'll play the song, but we won't say who or
exactly.
what. Okay, that's fair.
Now, but now, how do they win? How do they win? And this is what you're gonna win. And I, honestly, it's a T-shirt. I'm wearing one. I have them in different colors. This is actually. What color is this?
This is red.
This is red.
That's red.
And this is white. And Marcia, you can't see Marcia, but she has on the pink version. But this is the Great Day T-shirt. And actually, let's play Great Day while we're playing this Great Day T-shirt. But if you get this question correct, just inbox me on my fan page. Inbox me. And if you get it right, then we'll let you know. But it's what legendary R&B duo, group, or solo artist featured Latrese on their single. Okay. And you will win the Great Day T-shirt. And hopefully I have your size. All right, that's the Great Day plug. Let's push that down. All right, and then we're going to give you another hint. We're going to play a little bit of the song.
The actual song?
The actual song.
Now, did you mention the word, the title of the group anywhere in the song?
No.
Okay,
not at all.
Just checking.
Just checking?
All right. So, here we are. We're going to play the song by what she was featured on, okay? So, 3, 2, 1, and go. Hey.
Yeah.
It sounds like a legendary song.
It does.
Hey.
Pump that back up. Okay, let's turn. Yeah, you gotta give me some more stuff. Give me some hearts.
I've not heard this in a while. Let us know how you like this song.
We break down every now and then we malfunction. We patch it up with some kissing and hugging. That's how love goes sometimes.
They do.
We gon' go through that. Go through this. It's gonna be a little hit and miss. If we gon' stay forever, we gon' rise and fall together. We gon' up and down, up and down, up and down together. Hey, we gon' touch the sky. We gon' keep our feet on the ground. We gon' up and down, up and down, up and down together.
Okay, so we already have a winner.
Yes, I like it.
We do, but I think we need to check. We need to check the timestamp because.
All right, we'll go back through.
Who was it, Marcia? Who was the winner on your end?
I saw a message from Pepper Thomas.
Oh, she disqualified. Pepper, you can't win. You a radio DJ.
Hey,
You played the song.
I don't know if you put any stipulations on.
I'm sorry. Pepper, you're disqualified. I'm sorry. We're gonna wait for another winner.
Alright, we still didn't say it, did we?
We didn't.
I don't think we said
We
it.
haven't said it. But Pepper, I'll get you something for consolation prize.
Can we get an album? So can we give her a CD or something?
Okay, yeah. She need a CD so she can play it on her
See,
show.
there you
You
go.
know? Shout out to Pepper Thomas, KAZI in Austin, Texas. Pepper breaks hits. Period. Pepper Thomas breaks hits.
Awesome.
So if you're an artist out there, look up the Hot Pepper Show on Facebook. Pepper, post your information in the comments, Pepper, so people can find you. She wants to hear your music. She wants to play great music. So if you're an artist out there, you don't feel like someone's supporting you, there are people out there who are playing great music, and Pepper Thomas is one of those people. So I thank you, Pepper, for all of your support, but you still don't win.
You know what's crazy? So you just made me think about that. She's in Austin?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something that I think a lot of artists hopefully get a chance to grow to, and you know, they kind of expand their mindset. But there's an amazing festival in Austin, South by Southwest.
Yeah.
So-
I heard about it. Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't been.
So AJ went to Southwest two years in a row.
Awesome, AJ.
Yeah,
Good for
back to
you.
back. In fact, I'm gonna plug AJ real quick. AJ is dropping an album called 14 Hours.
Nice.
And the album is inspired because he literally was given the opportunity to have about a 20, maybe 30-minute set at Austin during South by Southwest. And he and his band literally drove 14 hours from Atlanta just to do a 30-minute set in Austin.
I mean, you gotta do what you
Yeah,
gotta
like
do.
that's the pursuit of your passion.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, AJ. And let me tell you something. I mean, some people make think this is funny, but I'm not gonna drive 14 hours personally because I got Sky Miles. But I am gonna take a Delta Sky Miles tour. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So if you need me to come to your city, I may have enough points to get there.
So just let us know about
Yeah, just
all
let me know. We're open to bookings. We're open to bookings. Yeah.
But you know, that just makes me think one about, you know, taking the opportunity.
Yeah.
We're here taking an opportunity.
Absolutely. And thank you so much to John Beal and this beautiful studio. This has really been clutch.
Man,
as my nephew Desmond would say, this has been clutch.
Super shout out to Isaiah who's helping us engineer
Yes,
this thing.
Mr. Isaiah.
Gave us control of the mixer. He doesn't know what he just did.
No, he doesn't.
Trouble.
Yeah, he is so much in trouble.
Absolute trouble.
So good. So I mean, like I said, I think you guys have heard. I have done music. I am committed to doing great music. I'm committed to doing great music that first I enjoy, that I love, and I hope that you enjoy it and you love it as well. And so thank you so much for supporting me. You know, what you can do is purchase, you know, buy a single, share this link, share my name. When people, somebody asks, how do you get your music played? How do we get you more in Atlanta? Request me, call your radio stations wherever you are in the world, because it really does help, and really, really do appreciate all of the support.
You know another way they can support?
How?
Come and watch you live.
Come and watch me live.
I mean, we just talked about performing.
You know what? You're right.
I mean, okay, so you're not going to drive 14 hours
no, I'm not going to
from
do
here
that.
anywhere else.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
But would you fly 3.5 hours?
Where?
4 or 5 hours maybe?
Where?
Phoenix?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
You go to Phoenix?
I would go to Phoenix.
Well, good gracious, there's a show coming up in Phoenix.
I believe I'm on that show.
Are you on the show next week?
I am.
It's next week.
It's next week. Where is the show? Please plug your show, my
So I'm so excited. This show is in Phoenix, Arizona. My dad is a major music head.
Yes.
He's the reason why I love music. My mom does too, so I can't put it all on my dad. But my dad would play these legendary artists, people like Mike Phillips.
Yes.
And he's like the hugest Mike Phillips fan.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's turning 50. And so I'm like, you know what do you want to do for your birthday this year? And he's like, you know what, if I could just get Mike Phillips in a room and just play for me, like that would be the best birthday ever. So he kind of took that idea and ran with it. And so he's having a birthday/client appreciation event.
Okay.
And, we were putting things together. We were looking at the set. And I was like, you know what? I think there's an opportunity for Latrese here.
I think you did the right thing, my friend.
Yes.
You know what? Now it's my turn.
Okay.
You had a brilliant idea.
Yes! That was a brilliant idea.
You had a brilliant idea.
I love it.
And so, yeah, and I'm so appreciative to you as well. Thank you so much for paying it forward and helping a sister out, because that's a great look. So
Absolutely.
being able to perform in front of 5 people, one person is a blessing. But then to go there, then also to open up for a great artist like Mike Phillips is a blessing.
No, I'm super excited about it. Every day, as the marketing expertise, I check in with my dad. So there are literally multiple hundreds of people that have already RSVP'd for this thing. So I'm excited. If you're in the Phoenix area or close to it, and you can get there within a couple hours, trgappreciation.eventbrite.com. You can RSVP. It is an RSVP only. It's free, completely free. You just have to RSVP.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. We are, in lieu of giving my dad a birthday present or a card, he's asking people to donate to the South Mountain Track Club.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to South Mountain. Shout out to Coach Dwayne. I love all the stuff y'all are doing. Y'all are amazing. Bring good sports back to South Mountain.
Oh.
I appreciate it. I grew up on the South Mountain.
Oh, that's great.
So,
you gonna take me around when I get there?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Show you where I grew up. Show you my house.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be at the Latrese Bush Show segment.
So the next week, guys, tune in next week.
Yes.
We'll be live from Phoenix.
Yes, we will be live from Phoenix. And so but before we go, tell them the link again.
trgappreciation.eventbrite.com.
Yes, very good. And so I will be there. As a question,
Do you have any other shows coming up?
I do have other shows coming up. So the show I'm coming up now, let's see, July 27th in the New York area, please, you head over to the Metropolitan Room. So if you go to my website, latresebush.com, you'll see more information about it. And I should be dropping the link to the tickets on that page. But Rhea Alexander, my friend from New York, and my amazing cousin, Vascola Stoney, will be doing spoken word. So I'll be in New York. And then I'm working on some things in Birmingham in August, and I'll be back in Atlanta hopefully in September. But definitely have some stuff. And I want to plug my mom's event. My mother is a social worker and has been providing public service to the Bluffton, Jasper, and Beaufort County areas for nearly 50 years. And so we're having an evening with Laura Bush in Bluffton, South Carolina at Campbell AME Church, July 22nd, Saturday. I'll be there. I'll be singing a couple songs. We'll be celebrating her, and it'll be a beautiful event. Banquet, food served, and ticket links will also be dropped into. You can see that information on my page as well, on my website. So that's it. Hit up latresebush.com. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Give us some love with some hearts and some likes. We will definitely be back. We're going to try to be back. No.
We will.
Come on now.
We will.
We will be back every Saturday, hopefully around the 4 p.m. Eastern-ish time frame. That's going to be my new time frame. 4-ish.
4-ish. Hey guys, tune in around 4-ish.
Yeah, okay? Tune in around-ish. And so, it's going to be like that. But every week we're going to do something. I may be in Phoenix. I will be in Phoenix.
Yeah, next week we'll be live from Phoenix.
Live from Phoenix, the Latrese Bush Show and the expertise. Hey. And we're loving it. And so is there anything else?
You know what, guys? If you have any feedback, any ideas, like I said, we experiment. I believe fully in experimenting as an artist. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, Marcia. 2 minutes. I'm about to wrap this up. Yeah. So give us feedback. Let us know how you can do it. Latrese, plug yourself again.
Yes. My name is Latrese Bush. I am at Latrese Bush Music. That's LATRESEBUSH Music on Facebook, and Latrese Bush on Instagram and Twitter. And you can go to my website, latresebush.com. Music can be found everywhere: iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, everywhere you can get it. And then, of course, I'll be in Phoenix with Mike Phillips on the 15th of July. I will be in New York, July 27th, with Rhea Alexander and Vascola Stoney. And so I'm very excited. But more importantly, my heart's favorite, my mama. I will be with my mama next Saturday, July 22nd in Bluffton, celebrating her 50 years of public service. And I love this guy. Shout out to Marcia. Shout out to Isaiah for helping us out. And also in West Virginia, helping us out, Mr. Travis Cole. TCustomz Production is on, supporting us. And so, again, ending the show with this Latresism. You can't do this by yourself, but you got to do this.
Absolutely.
Period.
Have to.
All right.
Excellent,
cool.
guys.